Greetings, Trailblazers. Welcome to HSR short analysis video, where I will talk about new stuff from HSR. Disclaimer: this is not a leak-deep analysis video, but rather a quick recap and making wild theories. The characters. The Chrysos Heirs, resembling the flame chasers from Honkai Impact 3rd, are heroes meant to uphold Amphoreus' fate. While 4 members remain as unknown, the trailer shows one resembling a trailblazer traveling by train. This suggests someone may have reached Amphoreus before us, and if a trailblazer has already gotten there, why is it still considered as an uncharted world? So either something happened to Amphoreus that severed the silver rails, or my theory is false and the silhouette is just referring to us. What will happen to the Chrysos Heirs? My short theory is they die. But drawing parallels to Honkai Impact 3rd, some may survive, and Amphoreus could be another Elysian realm where it's a record of memories. This theory is what I mostly found on the internet, and it kind of makes sense since this arc will have Remembrance taking a major part in the story. But how will Amphoreus become a record of a memory? One of the convincing theory that I found is that Cyrene will have the major part in the story, where she will contain the memory of Amphoreus. She may share the same fate with Elysia, sacrificing herself to preserve the memory of Amphoreus. Amphoreus' destiny is linked to 3 paths. One of the obvious one would be Remembrance. As for the other 2, there are many theories about it. Some say it'll be destruction and order because of its history of conflicts. Others say it'll be finality and erudition. Destruction kind of makes sense, where we were shown a scene of golden blood resembling Nanook's influence. Order would be the least convincing since Ina is gone, so one of the path could likely change. We also saw that Herta will take a role in this arc as erudition. As knowledge enthusiast, erudition would probably be interested in studying Amphoreus and its story. But if erudition is in it, then Enigmata could also take their part fighting against erudition, probably because they want to alter Amphoreus' story. Amphoreus is also referred to as the Eternal Land. A theory suggests that Amphoreus is stuck in a looping situation, where their story keeps happening over and over again, and finality taking their part near the end of their world. Could the paths that reside in Amphoreus change? Maybe. Probably because the heroes changed the fate of Amphoreus. But when I'm thinking of war and the Eternal Land, I had a thought. What if it's destruction and finality? Because finality is about an end, and destruction is about destroying everything. Could it be that Nanook is being used by Terminus to reach a finality in Amphoreus? But the real question about Amphoreus is, what is Amphoreus? Of all the places we've been to, from planet to giant spaceship, it's possible that Amphoreus is not a planet. It was never implied that Amphoreus is an actual planet, and the mystery of it is odd. For more explanation, I recommend Mavix, where he theorized of what Amphoreus is. The villains. This will be a really wild theory, but I think it could be Constance foe the Annihilation Gang. Because if we watch the Annihilation Gang video, the Duke said that Constance will go against the Remembrance.
Just remember, without Peliconi's midnight hour, strip away all they hold dear, and leave naught but the Remembrance's tomb.
As for how she will get there, I don't know, maybe she kidnapped a memo keeper or something. Another theory is that it could be Enigmata or its follower, since erudition could likely join part in Amphoreus. Parallel fate with Honkai Impact 3rd. Like Honkai Impact 3rd, Amphoreus is uncharted by Akivili, invisible to outside observation, and can only be found by the Garden of Recollection, aka the Memo Keepers. In Honkai Impact 3rd, a celestial entity called the Cocoon of Finality holds the fate of their world and bending their laws to its will. Is there any celestial being from HSR that can do this as well? Yes, Ina the Order. In Penacony's story, it is said that ever since we entered as Dana, we were already inside Ina's dream, where Ina altered our dream into their own. These celestial beings have the same unique ability, which I call the Authority. In the Cocoon's case, it was the Honkai, while Ina, it was the dream in Asdana. The world of Honkai Impact 3rd was trapped in a looping cycle, where the Cocoon of Finality resets Earth repeatedly until it identifies Kiana as the successor to bear the fate of her world. Similarly, my theory suggests that Amphoreus might be in a comparable situation, with a celestial entity, likely an Aeon, imposing their authority over the world. As for who might share Kiana's fate in Amphoreus, it is most likely Cyrene, since Cyrene appears to have a significant role in Amphoreus. My guess is that she will sacrifice herself to preserve her world. How will it happen? I don't know. And who is the celestial entity? I also don't know. It could be Fuli or Terminus the Finality. That wraps up this video. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for your time. Don't forget to like this video and consider subscribing to support the channel. And thus, see you on the next stop.